Oh, snap. Surprise. Surprise live stream. People gonna think I messed this up. Alrighty, we are live. What is up, people? What is up? Surprise day slate. Live stream. Solo job. Going old school Josh. Let's talk early baseball. I'm here to ask questions or answer questions for like the next half hour or so. So, if anybody is out there, I'm here. Let's hang out. Today's slate sucks. What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good? I'm looking at it now. Let's find out what the favorite stack is. I'm about to run it. I'm only playing the DK slate early. Didn't really like the FanDuel tournament selection, so we'll take a look at that first. Jesus Christ, my body is huge on here. Wow. Let's bump me over this way a little bit. I'm going to do my DK crunch right now, and then we'll see where we're at. Bill Buttlicker, what up? DK, boom, boom, boom. Let's see what we get there. Need 60 lines. Shout out to Drew N here as well. Lots of the late night crowd popping in. I'm assuming my favorite stacks are going to be somewhere in the Angels, Blue Jays, Orioles range, but honestly, I haven't looked at it yet. This slate is very gross, Jizz Dragon. Very, very gross. Ugh. The pitching is just... Boy, oh boy. That is some rough pitching. Take a look at those lines and see if they've moved at all. It's just a pretty nasty day. Let's see. Pirates and Reds. That moved a little bit. Kicks. You must be new here. Jizz Dragon's an OG. Orioles. Ugh. Man, this is a brutal day for baseball. Very brutal. Yeah, I'm going to end up with a bunch of Bundy here, I think. Not that I'm super stoked about it, but what are you going to do? It is not the day for, like, tons of baseball. That's for sure. But I was just sitting here like, might as well just go live. Should be fun. Why the hell not? How deep is my love for Scrapple? Scrapple is delicious. That is something that most people should be eating. That's the GOAT breakfast meat. You just can't tell anybody what it is. Because it's obviously like the least, it's like the hot dog version of breakfast meat. the least appealing portions of a pig. Alrighty. Let's take a look. Why am I getting that constraint? Starting to concern me. Let's just let it rip then. Okay, so this is just being... DK Cruncher is being pretty weird here. Yeah, sometimes you need to go back to basics, everybody. And just get a little Josh in your life. Okay, this is starting to piss me off. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of chalk on some of these hitters, which makes me very happy to not have a lot of them. What hat do I have on? Hornets hat to match the Hornets shirt. Yeah. It's really weird not having another voice in my ear right now. It's been a while since I've done one of these solo joints. I'm so used to having Jake or Chris talking back to me. I haven't talked, outside of the Sunday night shifts, I haven't talked just to myself in a while. Oh, man. What kind of crew do we got in here? Yeah, 30 people. That was pretty much what I expected. Waterboys make $53,000 a year. That's a lot. You know, Drew, I certainly don't. I certainly don't. Looks like the... Right, I don't have that filtered correctly. Let's get the time set up on here. 2:12. I'm guessing that I'm going to get a lot of Orioles here, but I have been pounding the Orioles for a week and a half now, and that doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere, so we'll see. I don't know why I'm getting this constriction here. It's really starting to be annoying. Yeah, Just Dragon, I don't think you're going to get a low-owned anything here. Just a guess, though. This is frustrating as hell here. Alrighty, there we go. There's at least 60 lines that I can play. So let's take a look at what I'm getting from a stack perspective. And again, I'm only playing DK for the early slate, so FanDuel slate just kind of sucked. Alrighty. So, Orioles looking to be my top stack right now. Expecting a lot of ownership. Jizz Dragon, we have them projected with probably the second most ownership of the slate, so be prepared there. I'm getting a lot of Orioles, Angels, and Mariners. Still no news on the Mariners or A's lineups yet, so you do want to keep that in mind. Now I need to hash out all this ownership slop. What college did I go to? I went to Kutztown University, Pennsylvania. It's not the best institution, but you know, I guess I love it. I don't really love it. They're not the best, but you know, they took me, and that's always good because they probably shouldn't. I was a dog shit student. This should not be breaking like it is. I'm from like an hour north of Philly. All right, so now that I've got stacks loaded in here and I'm relatively happy, let's take a closer look. Fucking Jesus. We could talk stacks now if you want. All 30 of you. Still got 20 minutes till lock, so I don't have too much interesting crap to fill the time with. Yeah, Orioles, Angels, Mariners are my top stacks. It appears I'm going to be underweight on the Blue Jays for like the third straight day. At least third straight day. And I'm not getting a terribly large amount of Reds or A's either, so I think I need to bump my exposure cap down a bit. Takes a lot of balance here. I like Corey Dickerson today. He should be relatively highly owned. I don't have a problem with him. I'll get to quite a bit of him, actually. So, no problems with Corey Dickerson. I don't think that I just got 4... Yeah, I do. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, Corey Dickerson looks solid today. He'll be probably the highest owned guy on the Pirates today, so take that for what it's worth. Man, I'm going to have a hard time getting away from these Orioles. Yes, yes, it is. A's lineup is up. I hope it's the same. Make my life a little easier. Semien and Joyce flip-flop, so I don't care too much about correcting it. Chapman, Piscotti, look. Nope. Yeah, I gotta correct it. No big deal. Just waiting on the Mariners now. What up, Z Cisco? You still dominating over a play line? What's up, Justin? I think this early slate sucks. Similarly to the main slate. I don't really want any part of any of this crap. But what the hell else am I going to do on Thursday at 12:15? Normally I'd be sitting in a cubicle thinking about how I can get out of the door at the top of the building and just leaping. But now I don't have to worry about that. Now I can just play DFS and be happy. That's a way better feeling. Yes, I know, Fantasy Cruncher. I know the A's lineup has been updated. I updated it before that. Yeah, we dropped our kids off too, and by kids I mean dogs. They also went to daycare, so. I lead a ridiculous life. Yeah, Angels and Orioles are my top two stacks. Favorite Orioles bats, I mean all of them. It's hard to go a different direction. Well, let me take a look at them here. Daisy, Max, T Daily, Josh, DK, Owen. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Mancini, Jones, Machado, Scope, Alvarez, they're getting a ton of exposure for me here. Oddly enough, not getting much to Craig Gentry. I'm kidding, he's terrible. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of Chris Davis, so hopefully he can break out of that. Alvarez as a one-off, I'm fine with. I mean, you could really make a case for anything here. But that 5-run implied total for the Orioles is going to be pretty popular. Davis is not projecting to have a ton of ownership, so I kind of like that. Now I need to start tweaking these, and I've got 15 minutes. So this might be risky. Sometimes when I sort this sheet, it ends up sucking big ones, so hope that today is not that day. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Nice. Didn't crash. So far, so good. Let's tweak these ownerships a little bit because I've got too much Orioles. I probably don't need to have double the field on Chris Davis. So let's dial him back a bit. And we'll dial back Chance Cisco a little bit. I think I'm okay with the other exposures, though, for the Orioles. I'm fine being heavy on everybody else. I guess Scope I could bring down to. I don't need to be 2.5 times the field on the Orioles. So let's bring Scope down to 32. I think I'm fine having a little bit more Jones and Machado and Mancini. Actually, that's probably a little bit too much Jones as well. Bring Jones down to 35. What else do we want to look at? Way underweight on Trout, but if Trout's going to be 65% owned on the early slate, then which is what we have him projected for, then I don't want to have a lot of Trout. That's too much. I'm way overweight on Ohtani, though, which I'm kind of excited about. After that, everything looks pretty smooth. I don't have anybody that's just like outlandish. Following the field on most of it. It's really just a ton of reds. The rest of it's balanced. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. Wish we had the Mariners lineup at this point. So there are a lot more one-offs on a small slate. We could talk about this a little bit since there's only 50 people here. Not like I'm getting into any secrets. So the bigger the slate, the more you want to stack teams up. You have better chances for groups of guys on a team to have outlier performances. On a 4-game slate, I'm not looking to get 2 full stacks because the chances of two teams popping off isn't necessarily huge. So I'm looking for 1 stack with essentially one-offs. So that's what my goal is right now, is to just get 1 big stack, hope that's the team that hits, and then, look to get individual bats around them. Catcher on DK. Let me look at it quick. Got the late slate selected here. So if we look at catcher, which I think I already have filtered, I do. Best catcher on the board, I'd say, is Zunino on DK. But really, Chance Cisco, Zunino, you can go either direction. I'll have a little bit of... Well, look, Cisco, Zunino, and Maldonado are the 3 guys that I have the most. How much Bundy do I have? Let me look. I have 40% Bundy right now. We're projecting him to be significantly more owned than that. Why is Brandon... Do I really... There's no way I have Brandon Dixon projected the same way. Cincinnati. Ah, that makes perfect sense. Where are you at, Brandon Dixon? What's the problem here? As I suspected. Reds. Now are you there? Nope, still not there. Hitting 7th. Why aren't you showing up, Brandon Dixon? You're not in the player pool? No, you are not, sir. Let's get in the player pool. Now we're talking. Not that it matters since you can't select him. I mean, there's no good pitching today, so I hope everybody is scaring you. I mean, I don't have these guys projected all that well. Like, Bundy and Castillo are the only guy. I mean, you need to have one of them, I think. The rest of it's a crapshoot. It's really weird. I have a ton of Felix, but I'm in the minority. He doesn't grade out very well. I probably need to mute my ownership to him a little bit as well. Oh, guys, this is a dreadful, dreadful day slate, and I'm just force feeding lineups in because I don't have anything else to do. We still haven't figured out what we're doing with tonight's live stream, with the DraftKings slate starting early, and there only being a couple games. We don't know what we're going to do. That's why I wanted to get on here and just guarantee that I did some sort of talking. I don't ever mess with the all-day slate. They just don't have the best tournaments. God, my memory is shit. I never remember if I've pasted in my most recent copy. Like, never. I need some sort of, like, visual check to be like, hey, buddy, you did this already. What do we got? 13 minutes? $46 people. That's exciting. 46 people on midday on a Thursday. Makes me happy that I can get everybody here. Especially some regulars. Alrighty. Let's drop that to 3. 4 players. Group. 10%. See what we get. Yeah, the Blue Jays will be less owned than the Angels. Let me double check that. Yeah, they should be, at least. That's what we're projecting. Yeah, I think... Wow. Is that real? We can't be projecting him that low, can we? Man, I got way too much Pedro Alvarez. Let's knock that shit back a bit. That's probably the only change I need to make. Just limiting all the ridiculous dudes I have on the Orioles. Let's run it one more time and then call it a day. I'm pretty balanced on pitching. Oh man, this is a gross ass slate. Hoy vey. If playing one lineup, would I fade Bundy? Yeah, of course I would. He's gonna be way too owned. The way we're projecting Bundy's ownership right now on DK, yeah. I would like to be under the field on Bundy. And I will be. FanDuel GPP pitcher. Ooh. Oh, Greg, that makes my mouth hurt. FanDuel GPP pitcher. Honestly, anybody other than Castillo or Bundy. So if someone's standing out for you, go that direction. So it's not so much that I'm fading Bundy. I'm just going to be significantly under the field on him. I mean, basically, I'm going to be under the field on Castillo and Bundy and over the field on everyone else. Or at least that's my intention as of right now. You can make a case that everybody is sort of the same. Like, in this entire, if everybody but Bundy and Castillo on DK, I have projected between 12.1 and 14.5. So I guess I'd say Nova is probably the best option. But today's one of those days where having an assorted amount of guys is really the best option. All right, let's get my lines in now. Just in case. Good. Now let's do one last review of my exposures. So I've got quite a bit of the Orioles, still projecting to be over the field. They'll be my #1 stack. Cheese Dragon, what are you talking about? Castillo's not playing. Or are you saying that sentence in reverse and you mean you're not playing Castillo? Yeah, Chad, I'll do more live streams midday, but I need games to talk about. We didn't really have much of a day slate. I mean, yesterday we did, but if I'm going to go live at night, then I'm a little less interested in going live twice in the afternoon. Oh, you mean Wellington Castillo? Gotcha. Yeah. We're talking Luis Castillo, pitcher for the Reds, man. Get with it. Looks like I'll be heavy on the Mariners, too, so I'm really hoping that lineup doesn't change all that much. I don't really like making my tweaks afterwards. Everything else looks to be balanced. As long as the Reds don't pop off, I should be fine. They're the one team I'm not really looking at. That's kind of scary to me. So I've got 40% Castillo, 40% Bundy, 40% Nova. I barely have any Giolito, which kind of freaks me out. And I'm very low on Josh Lucas. Man, early slates are weird. The lack of a Mariners lineup is really bumming me out. I just wish they'd stop suspending people for stuff like that. But I don't need to go on that rant again. You guys got any last minute questions? We're going to be locked in 5 minutes, so if you do, hit me up. Let's just pray that the Mariners lineup matches the projected lineup so that I don't have to do any weird song and dance. And then I'm going to go eat some lunch. And I can't wait. You got anything for me, people? Looks like I'm fading the Reds full stop, and that does not agree with some of our data. So I'm gonna make some chicken tacos. That's my new thing. This will sound ridiculous. I've eaten tacos for lunch like 7 straight days. I can't stop doing it. I'm addicted. Been trying to do relatively low carb, so I get the carb saver tortillas, only 4 grams of net carbs, a lot of A lot of fiber to keep the pipes clean. So I just eat 2 big tacos every day. It's been great. Will we be doing any World Cup stuff? There's a World Cup? Sorry, America's not involved. I don't know, maybe. We haven't really talked about it yet. Angels, Jays, game stack? Yeah, I have no problem with that. You know it, Jizz Dragon. You know it. Ooh, boy. It's going to be fun to watch some of this day baseball. Not true, but I guess I'll be paying attention to the Angels game and cheering for everyone but Trout, I guess. I don't have any Reds today at all. That's my differentiator. I need the Reds to suck. I didn't even look at the weather. Guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, just Reds just didn't pop up for me. You know, they're bad. Like, only Jesse Winker and Suarez project with a weighted runs created plus over 100. That's scary, man. Upton going yard twice. Am I okay with that? Yeah. Totally cool with that. So, Jizz Dragon, I hope you're clairvoyant today. Last call. Any questions? Lock in a minute. I think that's going to be it. No, it's Excel. Good old Excel. Windows computer too, so yeah, it's just good old Excel. Yeah, when we have decent early slates, particularly on days where we don't have very good late slates, you know, I'm happy to always hop on here and do something quick like this. Now that basketball's essentially done. Yeah, he better not finish with 3. Yeah, Excel's like my baby. Spend a lot of time in it. Let's see what ownership is going to look like. 20 seconds. We'll check out some of the early ownership. $300? Yeah. If he has 300, that'll be something else. That's a lot of home runs. A lot of extra innings. Solo Josh days. Feels like it's been a while. All right, let's see what the ownership looks like. Oh, Wellington Castillo's taking full responsibility for his positive PE test. What a hero. Way to go out on that limb, champ. Stupid DK. All right, what do we got here? So, ownership. Luis Castillo, 60%. Scooter, 34. I've got 0. Full fade, Scooter Jeanette. Suck it. Full fade, Suarez. Suck it. This is going to be interesting. So, let's look at it here. Let's shrink that down. We'll take a look. So, I've got 40% Castillo, 40% Nova. So, Ivan Nova is going to be the guy that pushes me in this early slate because he's only 12% owned, which I think is highly under-owned. I have only 3% Peraza which is matching the field. No, no need to ever have been nervous about that, man. Just with having all that time, I had nothing to do but talk about it now. It's great. Couldn't be better. I've been more focused on this than I've ever been. Scooter at 34% with me having 0 is, well, there's a decent chance that looks like a mistake. But I like being underweight there on Castillo. I wish I had more Pirates, but it's basically just all Corey Dickerson, and he's owned the same way. So this first game, I really just need to be a bust. Like a nice, I don't know, 2-0, 3-0 Pirates win would be perfect. Just gonna shoot for Nova being great. That Blue Jays Angels stuff should be out now too. So let me see if I can grab that and take a look at it, and then we'll get the hell out of here. There we go. Wow, Trout is 80% owned. Holy balls. There's one I didn't see coming. So, happy to be... That's, just so you guys know, that's a ludicrous amount to be owned right now. I'm very happy to be that underweight on Trout. Doesn't matter what happens. J up is 40%, so I'm neutral there. Josh Donaldson, 36%, neutral there. Ohtani is 30, so I'm a little heavy on Ohtani, which makes me happy. We underestimated him quite a bit. Luke Malley, way overowned. So it looks like the Blue Jays are going to be way more popular than what I was intending. Angels don't look to have all that much exposure outside of Trout and Ohtani. So, like... Kinsler at 8%. I've got 30. That's kind of crazy. I like being higher on J up. I like being, well, not higher on J up, neutral on J up. So I like the Angels there quite a bit. Tropiano. Let's see. I didn't look at the pictures there. I've got 22% Tropiano. Field is at 15, so that's cool. And who were we missing? Where's the other pitcher? Nova. Marco Estrada, 6%. I got 27, so rooting for the Blue Jays, I guess. That's all I got. Ryan, you can export the tournament file to CSV. Oh, look at that. Right on top of me. Sitting in 174th place, Tommy Nation 1, a.k.a. Jake Hari. Jake with a lot of Castillo and Trout. So, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for stopping by. That was fun. Look for Chris and Jake later tonight. But best of luck, everybody. We'll see you guys later.